Sir?
Thank you. Thank you, everybody from Sindhi PU College. This has been my pleasure to address you people, even at the time of Corona. If you remember, I had come to your college some 3 years ago and I had addressed you in physically. But unavoidable, we are having this virtual meeting. Thanks to all of you who has organized this webinar. Today, I am going to deal with the topic as Madam suggested, that is a fine balance, social issues addressed in PU English text. Can you see the video? I mean, screen. Hello? Can you see my screen?
Not yet, sir. Not yet.
Not it? Just a minute. Now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, as you can see here, the topic is fine balance, social issues addressed in PU English text. As you know, in PU English, you have got two parts. That is one for coursework and another for workbook. Coursework deals with many things which I am going to talk about today. And the other things like grammar, comprehension,
Sir, you have to unmute, I guess. You've been muted. Naveen, sir?
Ma'am, can you hear?
Yes, now it's clear.
Okay, so you have got two parts in both first PUC English and second PUC English. That is, one is text, another is workbook. What happens in a textbook, I am going to deal with today. But what I am not dealing with today is the language part, which is dealt in English syllabus. Main thing here is in PU level, we don't give more importance to literature as such. We are having various texts based on various interests of the students. But the main focus is learning language through different texts, different like poetry, prose, story, like that. In addition to that, we have got a nice collection of grammar exercises which should be carried out in classroom, and like you have got comprehension skills, writing skills. All these things needs to be practiced and learned there. Like you have got textbooks like, okay, you have got reflections and wait a minute, please. Okay. Uh, you have got course books by name Reflections in the first PUC. That is, you have learnt it actually. Like you people have already gone through first PUC syllabus. though some of the parts were reduced and excluded. 4 units were excluded in the textbook reflections. I am going to deal with all of them in today's session. First PUC, you had reflections as the course book name, and second PUC, you have got springs. They are very, very creative names you had for those books. Reflections simply means you have one reality and you have one society. Society is the reality, and how do you reflect your ideas, your thoughts with that of society? Like, how do you see society, and how do you understand the happenings there in the society, and how do you respond to it? All these things are reflected in the book Reflections. Using those 13 units in the first PUC, you had got 7 prose units and 6 poetry. That was the part of reflections which was there in first PUC. You have already completed it. And even those chapters which were excluded, you can go through them and you can learn easily from those things. And you have come to second PUC in the meanwhile, and you have got a text called Springs. Springs means the source of water, and there are many springs. So very varied ideas have been expressed, like as if the water is flowing from one place to another place, and the springs are happening everywhere, and all these things can be seen in the springs. These are the titles which are very beautiful because reflections and articulation, whatever ideas you get in your mind, they are reflected, and with the help of articulation, you would be able to express your ideas about the society, or you would be able to carry out interpersonal communications. And here in Springs, second PUC, it is called Springs. Why? Uh, the workbook is called Streams. Streams means again flow, the language which flows from your body, which reaches the other people, and it creates magic. So springs and streams is one combination which gives you a lot of idea about what you are going to learn in this English texts and workbook. As it is said in the uh, okay, in the textbook itself, these themes are based on the needs of the learner, their age group, their interests, their cultural backgrounds, and introducing different genres of literature. Genres means you have got poetry, prose, story, like that. Different parts are there, different types of expressions are there in literature, which are called genres. So these genres, through these genres of literature, you are introduced to many things. As you know, you people are in the age of adolescence. Adolescence is such a crucial age where you are neither a kid nor an adult. You know that you can ride a bike, but government says that until you are 18, you cannot ride a bike. You are not allowed to. Though you know the uh, elections which are happening around you, you cannot vote because you are still not 18. So you are in such a age which is very crucial, at which time you are thinking that I am not a kid anymore. You are arguing with your parents, and you need to prove that you are ready for your adult stage. So, in this adolescence period, you need to expose yourselves to different social aspects which would make you comfortable to face those things. No, I know that these things cannot be learned overnight. You cannot read and go to life as easily. But the thing is, you will be able to address these things. You will be understanding these things in through these texts. For example, uh, like uh, the writers, the writers who are going to be there. Like why I call this a fine balance is, if you just see who are all the writers who have been introduced to you people through this PUC section is, like you have got Kuvempu, KP Purnachandra Tejasvi, Mudnakudu Chinnaswamy, P. Lankesh, R.K. Narayan. These people are from Karnataka, and except R.K. Narayan, all others wrote in Kannada, and those writings have been translated into English and they have been presented to you, so that you have the skill of learning language as well as responding to the local themes, like whatever is around you, which was there in Canada, it's just in English. Language is not just a barrier. You just enjoy the Kannada literature in English, though they are in originally written in Kannada. You are reading them in English, and you will understand the environment easily. If Purnachandra Tejasvi talks about some plant which is available in his house backyard, you can also see that, oh, this plant is there in my house also. You can understand that. And Kuvempu is there, whose poem you are going to study in second PUC. And Mudnakudu Chinnaswamy is there, who wrote in Kannada. And P. Lankesh is there, who was a very good literary person. And he has written things in almost all genres available. And he was a journalist also, he was a filmmaker also, he was a director. He got national award also, like that. So R.K. Narayan you have got, though R.K. Narayan didn't write anything in Kannada, he belonged to Karnataka and South India basically. He was in Mysore and Chennai in his lifetime, and he wrote. He gave a lot of importance to writing in English, and he made a landmark in the world literature. And they showed that, okay, along with Mulk Raj Anand and Raja Rao, who are other two important writers who wrote in English at that time during the 1930s, and he also came up with novels in English, which made the world to look at India also. Like Indians also write very good English and very creative writings in their native themes they got. And the next writer we have got is Vaikam Muhammad Bashir, who is from Kerala, who wrote in Malayalam. So we are going to the neighboring states also while choosing the literature. And Samarpita Mukherjee is another writer who is from West Bengal. She's a journalist, and she has got a report, and that report has been prescribed you for the uh, text, which was there in first PUC about Babar Ali. Babar Ali was the youngest headmaster in the world. You have seen that, you have gone through that text. And Volga, who is called Lalita Kumari, and Chellapalli Swaruparani. These two writers are poets from Andhra Pradesh, who basically wrote in Telugu, and their poems have been translated to English. Volga's poem, you have read The Farmer's Wife in first year. Chellapalli Swaruparani's Water has been translated into English, and it is there available for you people in second PUC, the last poem in the text. And Arun Kolatkar is from Maharashtra, who wrote in Marathi as well as English, and he's one of the poems you have read already in the first year, The Old Woman. The Old Woman has addressed the one of the regions, that is a temple city in Maharashtra. About that you have got. And P. Sainath, who is from Tamil Nadu and who has been working very hard on reporting social lives of rural people all over the world. And he has been famous for his book, Everybody Loves a Good Rod. And from that collection, you have got one your article, feature article, uh, which is there in second PUC text. And Vandana Shiva, who is from Uttarakhand, actually she was from Dehradun in Himachal Pradesh region and Uttarakhand, and she has written one article on this nature and forest and such things. So All these 15 writers are from India, remember. So, though we are saying English that need not be from England, it is.
Sir, are you there, sir? Naveen, sir?
The video is freezed. Naveen sir, is my voice audible?
Ma'am, also is not there, ma'am.
Can you please try reaching out over the phone? Inform maybe sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Gayatri ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.